What does it mean to take that risk? Welcome. In today's episode, as you can see by the title, see what we're talking about. I'll also have a story time for you guys, and somewhere in between the middle of this video. So make sure you stay tuned, stay until the end. Thank you. To take the risk, make that risk for yourself. What does that mean? Well, it means that you have to have a lot of sacrificing that you are ready to obtain, that you are ready to go through. Are you ready to go through the sacrifices for yourself, for your own sake, without having everything that you have, or without having everything that you may need? Earlier, I was listening to a podcast of Alan Watts, and he was talking about how you have to basically recognize your ignorance. What he said was, recognize your ignorance. You don't know who you are or who you could be. And what I picked up from that was to just embrace the unknown version of yourself. Once you embrace the unknown version of yourself, you detach from everything that you thought you knew. You detach from who you thought you were. So then that should lead you with a conclusion that you can become everything and nothing all at the same time. Know that you can become any and everything. But it's very foolish to attach to that anything. It's foolish to attach to anything in general. Knowing that you could become any and everything leaves you with the solution of what you choose to embody for a temporary amount of time. Now, this just goes to show you, you are not who you were yesterday. You are not who you were in the past. You are not what has happened to you in the past, as far as your traumas, your pride, your ignorance, your whatever it may be. These things in life do not make you who you are. But what makes you who you are is you, your thoughts, and what you choose to entertain, what you choose to absorb. If you know you are not who you were yesterday, then strive for something better now. Become better in the now. Don't worry about becoming better yesterday. Just become better in the now. So by the end of the night, you should be able to think about yesterday and see if you made progress, self-improvement. You set goals of improvement without bombing your ego. You don't blame yourself. Even if it makes sense to blame yourself, you don't blame yourself, because that's not true divinity. That's not true growth. That's not necessarily seeking self-improvement. Blaming is just going to keep you down. Now I got a story time when it comes to taking risks. I'm going to actually dive deep into taking a risk as well. So for those of you that know me making YouTube for the past 3 years, I was making YouTube videos with a couple homies, some friends, smoking videos and all that. But I've taken a break for like 2.5 years, and I'm just getting back into the groove of YouTube and things of that nature. But now I've came back to teach, to open up people's minds, to get people to apply the things that I've applied, not necessarily in that exact formula, but I want this to be a sacred space of healing and self-improvement, and that's the journey I've been on. Long story short, I've made this move. I've taken this risk to go to Arizona to connect with people that's on the same wavelength as I am. You see what I'm saying? To continue to elevate and expand my mind and my environment. And now within that journey, when you're getting ready to do something uncomfortable or something unfamiliar to who you are or what you are, it's going to be scary. It's going to be a risk. It's going to be You know, some type of, you may be afraid, but that comes with the beauty of change. Going through transformation is not easy, and it is not always pretty. But if you have the mental strength and capacity in knowing for yourself that everything will be all right on the other end, you know, that you are worth getting through what you need to get through in order to transform, then so shall it be. Everything will fall aligned the way that it needs to be. You see what I'm saying? It's the fact that you need to know. Nobody else needs to know or understand your risk or your transformation or the things that you want to do for yourself. I've had like a few family members try to discourage me on this path. Me leaving my hometown, leaving the bird nest to basically be on my own, do what I want to do, to create the life that I've been creating, to actually experience it, you know, and be in it as I've already seen it, as I've already experienced it. People are not going to understand that simply because they haven't done the risk. They haven't taken a risk like that for themselves. The most greatest successful stories come from people that has taken a risk with nothing. So I say all that to say, when you're getting ready to take that risk, be ready for others around you to discourage you or try to talk you out what you're doing. You know, I had a family member tell me, "Oh, I don't understand your decision. You better off basically being with a female, living off of a female, get her to, you know, come up with her basically." And I asked myself, is that even true love? That right there shows me that you don't know your worth or your value. You don't actually know what you are capable of. And that immediately turned me off. Like, I'm automatically, I ain't even trying to hear you no more. You're gonna have moments like that. Even friends may even try to talk you out of it, you know? Or if you're getting ready to take that risk with somebody else and they not ready, but you know that you are ready, you have to take that risk for yourself and do it for you. You cannot wait on nobody, because life moves on. And that shit don't stop. And it's only quick when you don't have a plan. Life is quick when you don't have anything to strive for. Even though it still may seem quick or fast, it holds more value once you are striving for something. Life holds more value once you are creating something. When you are creating a destination for yourself. Go where the fear is. Well, I shouldn't say fear, but go listen to that feeling when you were afraid. Learn to cultivate and become one with that feeling of being afraid, because that is a powerful ass feeling that you can transmute for something better. It's just like semen retention, being celibate. The more you hold on and cultivate with that energy, the more powerful it becomes. The more powerful your mind is, the more control you have over it. You see what I'm saying? And the way you choose to transmute it and put it towards something, whatever you put it towards will blossom so fucking, oh my God, so beautifully. Like, rather than suppose a person that's always thinking a certain way to bring themselves and their reality down. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, that's not even the point. Just when you don't know and when you feel afraid, that's when you go. Most of the times when you had the plan planned out A through Z, the shit's not gonna work. Or something's gonna happen in the midst of it, or some dumb shit gonna happen. You're gonna be like, damn, I'm always trying to do this, that right. I'm always, like, you know, you think that you always have to have a formula planned out the correct way in order for things to go the correct way, when that's not always the case. I just told my brother, when you wake up, you choose to have a good day. You say and you look in the mirror that you're gonna have a good day. And whatever a good day means to you, you know what I'm saying? That'll manifest. But you have to understand that good days come with bad days in order to test you to see if you're actually ready to have a good day. You see what I'm saying? So just like taking that risk, that feeling of being afraid is going to come with it, because you see everything, you see the vision already. You already have the vision. You already know how things is going to be. You see how great the vision is. You see how much value and worth you hold within yourself. So you already know, you see it already, you know? But it's just the fact that the ego has to experience the baby steps of taking that risk and actually getting there. You know, you got to learn how to surrender. You got to learn how to ground yourself and be true to yourself, because nobody else is going to do it for you. And yet when you leave, in my experience right now, when you leave and come back and see that everybody is on the same shit, it makes you appreciate your risk even more. You be like, damn, I'm so glad I took that fucking risk for myself. I'm so glad that I didn't let fear take control over me, because everybody is still stuck on stupid. No disrespect to anybody, but everybody, just even in other people's situations and perspective, you know, in podcasts that I've listened to about this certain situation, when you take the risk to leave your hometown, you leave everybody and everything behind to create a new life for you, a fresh sheet of paper. You feel what I'm saying? That just shows, bro. If you are the chosen one, you gotta be ready to put a lot on the back burner. But it's for you. A lot of us are so young, going through and handling so much shit on so many levels, bro. You know, you gotta know who you are. You gotta know what you are. You gotta know what you can become to truly walk this journey. You gotta know, like, you gotta be smart. You gotta know yourself. And that's where a lot of niggas fail. They don't know themselves. A lot of people, but like I said, that right there should tell you that there's nothing to attach to. And only up here. It's limitless. It's limitless up here. It's limitless. So also, with the knowing of that you could become everything, know that you can become nothing. And that nothingness may be even more tranquil than the everything. Even more valuable than the everything. But anyways, if you made it this far, I appreciate you for tuning in. Like I said, man, go towards that fear. Go towards that feeling of afraid, because that's where a lot of the creation, a lot of the blossoming happens. You see what I'm saying? All the light is birthed from the darkness. So just know that.